It's good when the microphone's not working when you yell, "Turn me on." Just, yeah, that didn't sound right. All right. Thank you, Jesse. You ran away. All right. Jesse ran away. So next up, the lady that you are about to hear from honestly used to scare me a little bit. And you may ask why when you see her. And I have a feeling as we've gotten to know each other, I think I was scary to her too. So it was kind of cool when we figured it out and started talking. She's quiet. I was just scary. But she's really quiet. And one day I got this email from our next speaker, and it said, "Come hang with a bunch of cool women in the music industry, and we're gonna call this get together every couple months, Lean In." And that was probably one of the coolest, most intimate get-togethers that I'd ever been part of in the music industry, especially around women, where it was just this casual group of people from all walks of the industry coming together, 8 to 10 people, bring a friend. And she had a great job, and she picked up the tab, and everybody got this awesome experience out of it, and we all built these great women networks, and it was an amazing experience, and it taught me something about learning to do the same for other women in the industry. And so with that, please welcome Holly Bell and all she does to support women.
Thank you.
Sorry about
Look at
that.
One more.
One more.
One more.
We'll get it down. There you go.
All right. I'm right here. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, she did scare me first. I have to be honest, but I've grown to love Heather, and she's a lot of fun. So thanks for coming tonight and wanting to listen to me. That's interesting. I emailed a lot of people and said, why would people want to hear me, and what do they want to hear? So I got some feedback, and that's what I'm going to talk about. But who knew in this room that there is a 16-acre, 125-square-foot TV and film studio in Nashville, Tennessee? So come visit us anytime. It's out on the end of Dickerson Road, and we're a lively group out there. So we do a whole lot of things, and it's hard to believe that that's out there, and it's a well-kept secret in Nashville. So I am the CFO for that group, and I enjoy doing that every day. So also out there, who knows what an OTT is? Anybody? We run an OTT out of there that's nothing but dance. And then I've also had the pleasure in my life of starting an international radio show with my husband 1 year ago, and we're in 19 countries, over 65 stations. And we did a wonderful project about in November, where we took a young independent artist, and she's at Belmont. She has a wonderful team, a wonderful producer, and we said, what if we ran some promos and see where we can drive people to listen to your music? So in 1 month, we took her from 1,000 streams on Apple Music to over 84,000. So it's been a lot of fun, and we've been experimenting with that. So who knew? I mean, there's a lot of great things happening in Nashville. So I'm going to do this and see if I get it. I'm right. So a lot of people, when I tell them all those things, said, well, how do you get where you are? You know, I'm really good at, early in my career, I listened to somebody, and he said, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them proportionally, and you'll never go wrong. I said, okay. So I try to do that and sit around and listen to opportunities. And my family would tell you, my friends, I ask a lot of questions, and it gets everybody frustrated. But as my life coach asked me once, do I have an endless data bank I'm up there filling? And I really do. And from that endless data bank and all those questions, I look for opportunities. I see windows that open in niches that nobody's paying attention to, and that's where you make money, and that's where you have success in your career. So I trust my instincts when I see that. The more you trust your instincts, the more they're going to be, it's like a muscle. They're going to be refined, you're going to hit things, and it's going to go really well. And the number one thing you really have to do is execute on that. I left my banking career 2 years ago and stepped in as an interim CFO. And the one thing that I see, and I do a lot of consulting work, is just lack of execution. A lot of great ideas, a lot of great stories, but if you don't execute, there's a lot of great ideas that go out the window and they never get done. So one of the things that's helped me in the last few years is this phrase, creative destruction. Has anybody heard of this? You know what it is? A really good friend, Mark Zinder, taught this to me, and he speaks on it. But who knows what this is? Polaroid? This is an industry that went through creative destruction. We all used to take pictures with a Polaroid. Now we just have an iPhone. A lot of people probably thought, that's never going to change. This is going to be forever. Well, it's not. And it's through those changes that opportunities came, and people saw those opportunities and they trusted their instincts and they executed on the future that they saw coming. So here's another one. Does anybody know what this one is? Yep. And now where do you buy the music? You don't even buy music, you stream it. I mean, the artist we worked with did not even want us to ask people to download her music. She wanted us to push them to streaming. I found that very interesting, but it did work. Things changed and the industry's changed. Now, let me tell you, I grew up when there were 3 stations and it went off at night and you had to get up off the couch to change the station. Who thought that I would one day be working at an OTT where it's not even played? You don't even have to have a TV set. I can watch TV anywhere. I have a little granddaughter, and she watches it on an iPhone. That's where she wants to watch TV, or what she calls TV. She does call commercials or ads TV, which I find a lot of fun, too. So another thing that some of the ladies I ask, what have I done to help you in your career, or what has been something I could talk about? The other thing they said is, you've always been very honest with us and given us honest feedback, and you're an optimist. I don't feel like you're ever going to get anywhere in life if you always see the glass as half empty. My glass is always overflowing. I have bad days, I'll admit that. But overall, I always try to see things as, it's going to work, here's where we need to go, we need to do this. If we all bond together, we can do this. And when you work in a startup like I do, I think some of my colleagues are here, that's on a daily basis. And it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of challenges too. So this slide was really important to me, and when my husband helped me do it, he said, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, well, I couldn't be where I am if a lot of people on this page hadn't helped me and don't currently help me on a day-to-day basis. So thank you. And a lot of these people are in the room, so you know who you are, and thanks. And we've got to help each other, and we've got to bond together and support each other and be honest with each other. So some of my favorite people, and I am going to be the first one probably on the stage tonight to say this, they're not all women. I've been helped by both genders, and I try to help both genders. It's all about helping people and doing the right thing. And if you do the right thing will happen to you. I firmly believe that. So thank you to all of those. And that's really all I had. And I'm open for questions if anybody wanted to ask me any questions. Or not.
Any questions for Holly? Who's got a question? Raise it high and
Was I
loud.
too fast?
Not at all. Right on time. Right here in front. Yell it out.
So Skyway Studios was originally built by, Leland, are you here? It was built out of a Sam's Club by the Home Shopping Network founder, and that Home Shopping network was run out of there. And it has 4 full-fledged sound studios, 2 live control rooms, and 4 other smaller inset studios where you can do live production, satellite media tours, movies, any kind of filming that you need to do. Music videos, we have a green wall, sync wall. So does that answer your question? I mean, you should come out and see it. It was owned for a long time by the Christian Broadcast Network, and they really didn't let anybody out there. We're open for business, and we'd love anybody just to come out and visit. It's a treasure in Nashville. An OTT is an over-the-top network. It is like a Netflix, a Hulu. It's cut the cord. I'm not going to watch via cable.
Thank you, Holly.
You're
That was
welcome.
awesome.